Andrew Cherico here, joined by Dwayne Jones and Nick Williams for the Sons of UCF. We're outside of the Garvey Center, adjacent from the Bounce House, where the final open practice of spring camp happened under the Friday night lights. And guys, it was a week full of stories and a week full of events unfolding. But the number one event of the week is reports of quarterback Dylan Rizk entering the transfer portal once it opens. Guys, we know it's going to be a big competition and a lot on the line, but we didn't expect it to happen this soon. What did you think, Dwayne?
Yeah, Andrew, I think you're right. I think it was the timing that really caught people off guard with him entering the transfer portal, and especially with the portal opening so soon. But we saw him on Saturday with the first open practice, so some really bad passes, some interceptions as well. I think he finally realized just how tight this quarterback competition is and finally decided to put his name in the portal.
Guys, it was a little awkward seeing the quarterback's rooms come on Thursday. He wasn't present. Nick, what did you see? You've been speaking with the quarterback room.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely was awkward to see that, Andrew, but the pressure was on whenever you're one of four quarterbacks that have already started a collegiate football game. It definitely can put pressure on you. The timeliness was definitely a surprise to not only fans but players as well. Miles Montgomery, running back, he even spoke to us about how just for him it was a surprise too.
Yeah, and best of luck to Dylan Rizk and his decision to enter the transfer portal. But back to the open practice, the final open practice of spring. Lots of big action, lots of big events. So much even action that quarterback Cam Fancher could have gotten hurt during a play where we saw his finger bandaged up. And we hope it's okay, but he might not be able to throw for the next week. Dwayne, what did you see from the open practice?
Yeah, his hand kind of banged something, and we saw him leave the field temporarily, but he came back with it bandaged up. But overall, guys, this was a very exciting day for everybody who watched this practice. We saw some good 7-on-7, some good passes, good catches, some great defense as well. I think overall it was a great practice for this team.
Great practice it was. And Nick, you saw a lot of action there on the practice field. What did you see?
Oh yeah, the Oklahoma drills out there, they can get a little nasty, they can get feisty, and today they were hard-hitting physicality, play by play, especially when it came to the Oklahoma drills. And the fans, it was just exciting for them as it was for us, but those hard-hitting hits on players, they can lead to some injuries. There's an apparent leg injury right now with wide receiver Day Farmer, who was a upcoming star in the making, really.
And we hope it's not as serious as it looks, but I guess we'll have to find out during this week of practice if he's back on the field. Going back to you, Dwayne, we spoke with the offensive line coach, Sean Clark, and the offensive line room after the spring practice. What did you hear from them?
Yeah, guys, Coach Clark told us that this O-line still has a little long way to go before they get to fall. But overall, he thinks they're trending in the right direction. And he also told us that this team's got some juice and a lot of energy, and they're trending forward.
Well, I'm really proud of our players, the way they've worked. They came to work every single day with a great attitude and give us a lot of great effort. Again, we have to improve on our execution part of everything. But again, our goal is to get to 5, 7, 8 kids who can play. And again, we haven't set a depth chart yet. So we've been rolling guys in. We have a green, a yellow, and a gold group. And we're going to make sure we get the best 5 come August. The good thing is we have a lot of time before our first game. So those kids will keep improving.
Well, we go fast, real fast. So that's our big thing, and if we're gonna make a mistake, we're gonna go fast, and I think that's his motto. And if we do that, then I think we're gonna be able to move the ball really, really well. And we got Florida guys, we got speed. We just got to keep going fast, and everything will fall into place.
Like I said earlier, it's about the next play mentality. Things are gonna happen, so you just got to learn how to move forward and just learn how to play with the guys around you, knowing how to, when you get reps with certain people, to understand how they may like a chip or may like a double team. It makes a difference when you're playing, for sure.
My last season, man, I was just trying to play my best game. Like I said, it's a different kind of offense right now, which I love it. And my biggest thing is just being able to get my playing time and be there for my guys, man. It's not just about me. It's more about the whole team. And whatever happens, man. It's a story that's going to write itself, sorry. It's a story that's going to write itself. So I'm just excited for the season, man. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I'm just ready for it.
Well, guys, these O-linemen are adjusting to the fast Scott Frost offense. So far, they say they like playing fast, and fast they will play.
You guys know who else is playing fast? This running back room. UCF Fast is supposed to be back. Nick, you spoke to UCF running back coach Jimmy Beal, and you spoke to running backs Miles Montgomery and Jaden Nixon. What did you learn from those guys?
Yeah, well, they're adapting to Scott Frost's UC Fast offense very quickly, and Coach Jimmy Beal is an uplifting, upbeat guy who's bringing them together where they're starting to have that kind of brotherhood. You got Miles Montgomery, who is just a hard-nosed runner. You got Jaden Nixon, who is an all-rounded running back, as well as Stacey Gage, who's breaking through tackles, running through guys, causing absolute mayhem. And then number 35, AG, as they like to call him, who's an up-and-coming running back. But let's hear more about the brotherhood that these running backs are having in the running back room.
Yeah, it's a trust, brotherhood, determination. You know what I mean? But also you can see to be determined. You know what I mean? And it start with trust. Our guys, I mean, we have to believe from the first guy to the second guy to the third guy that guy is able to be a guy in the program that's going to make a play. I tell my guys to go hard every single play, and they need to have that trust that their brother is going to be able to come in the next play and do whatever he has to do. And we determine not to fail.
To me, he told you about how to be determined. It's just you just got to be able to trust each other, right? You know, again, he talked about how he wants us all to go hard every single time, and you have to trust that the guy behind you, you know, is going to be all right. Little freshman behind you, he's going to be all right. You don't have to worry about, oh man, I got to hurry up, get back in. No, take a breath. He got it. So yeah.
I feel like we can all like just goof around and be us. Like we all know that we're similar, but we all just have that little difference. You know, we all have that little difference in us that makes us all that special. Like I don't know what it is about this group, but I just love being around these guys. You mess up, you make a mistake, you get down a little bit, those guys are right there to pick you back up. They're joking around with you, you know what I'm saying, as if nothing happened. You know, they talking to you about the next play as if, you know, nothing happened. But like we all close, we all hang around, get on each other, joke around. I think we threw AG in a little hoop, a little mini hoop in there in the locker room. So that was fun.
Brotherhood will play a big part in Scott Frost's culture he's building his second time here at UCF.
And although spring camp is ending soon, the culture building doesn't end in spring, guys. But some interesting questions coming up for this last week of spring camp. The first one being quarterback Cam Fancher. He's in the running for quarterback one right now. Is he going to be able to take throws? Is he going to be able to make throws after injuring his finger in the final open practice of spring? And what about wide receiver Day Farmer? Nick, you mentioned he's an up-and-coming receiver. He injured his leg during the Oklahoma drills. Is he going to run routes during this last week of spring camp? And then last but not least, the almighty transfer portal. Who are we going to see in a Knights uniform one last time this spring? The final spring practice is scheduled for Saturday, where we expect to hear from Coach Frost. For Dwayne Jones and Nick Williams, I'm Andrew Cherico for the Sons of UCF.